Welcome to Learn to Crochet with Daisy. In today's tutorial, we will learn how to make a slipknot and a chain. Before we get started, I will show you the different ways of holding the hook and the yarn. Let us look at the different parts of the hook first. This pointy end is called the head. This tapering portion, this is called the throat. This portion is called the shaft. This flat portion in the middle, this is called the grip or the thumb rest. And the rest of this is called the handle. We will use the grip to hold the hook with your index and thumb like this. There are two ways of holding your hook, either like a pencil or like a knife. So if you're holding it like a pencil, you will only be using these three fingers. The thumb and your index finger will hold up the grip, and you will use your middle finger to give support to your hook. If you are using it like a knife, you will be holding your hook like this, with your index and your thumb, and the rest of your fingers will be wrapped around the hook like this. The main function of the grip is to ensure that the hook does not rotate upwards like this while you are working on a project. For this tutorial, I am using a 4mm hook. This end of the yarn is called the tail end, and the yarn that comes out of the ball or the skein, is called the working yarn. This is the working yarn and this is the tail end. This is how I like to hold my yarn. Out of practice, I have found that this is the easiest way to do it. So I like to pass it through my pinky finger over these three fingers like this. I like to hold it like this because I can flex my pinky and adjust the gauge. Let us get started on the slipknot. So to make the slipknot, we will first make a loop with the tail end underneath the working yarn like this. So take your hook, insert it into this loop, grab the working yarn and pull it up like this. And then tighten the knot by pulling on both the ends at the same time. Let me show that again. So you get the tail end underneath the working yarn. Put your hook inside the loop we just made. Grab the working yarn and pull it up. Tighten the knot by pulling both the ends at the same time. Let me show that to you one last time. So we're going to make a loop with the tail end underneath the working yarn, and honestly you don't even need the hook for this. You can just put your fingers through that loop, grab that yarn and pull through. And then you can adjust that knot by pulling the ends together. So here's your slipknot. You can pause the video now and practice this a couple more times before we go ahead with the chain. Like we discussed earlier, we will hold the yarn like this. And we will use the thumb and the middle finger to hold the project. Now we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook from back to front like this. Let me repeat this action again. Wrap the yarn around the hook from back to front. This action is called a yarn over, and we'll be using this a lot. Let me show that one more time. Wrap the yarn around your hook from back to front. Now grab this yarn with your hook and pull it through the loop on your hook. We have just made a chain one. The chain on the hook never counts as a stitch. I'm going to make 15 more chains so that I will have a total of 16 chains. Now I have a chain 16 over here. The abbreviation for a chain is CH. So if you're going through a written pattern and it says CH15, it means chain 15 or chain 80 or 200 depending on the pattern. And this is the symbol. So if you're reading a crochet chart, you will see the small symbol like a grain of rice or just a dash. So if you see 5 of these symbols next to each other in a crochet diagram, it means chain 5. Let me also show you the different parts of the chain. There are 2 loops on top and 1 loop behind. The 2 loops in front are the front loops, and the ones at the back are the back loops. And this little bump over here, I like to call it the bump in the back. That's it for today's lesson. I will see you in the next lesson where we will learn how to make a single crochet.